beloved. Let's see what this ordinance is all about.
Be in the description. There's that. Now, many of you probably saw this video that's up right now. I put this up in 2017. It's called Television Will Kill You with the Patents to Prove It. This video got almost 300,000 views and then it suddenly lost all sorts of traction. It happens. But in this video, I talked about all the cell phone towers that are absolutely everywhere, and this was previous to 5G. The biggest thing about this video is I showed you these patents that go back a long way, and it was nervous system manipulation by electromagnetic fields. And I showed you that one of their own diagrams in this video was showing how they could affect somebody's nervous system even if they weren't using a computer or using a television. This could affect somebody that was sitting nearby somebody that was using one. So there's a television in another room or there's a computer monitor in another room. It can affect people's nervous systems. These guys have been working on this my entire life. So if you didn't see this video where I explained all this stuff and I showed you the correlation between the cell phones that everybody's carrying and what a scrying mirror is, a scrying mirror like this one shown right here is a black mirror. Black Mirror, sound familiar? Well, coincidentally enough, there's a program on Netflix, one of the New World Order's #1 propaganda premium channels, Netflix. There's a program called Black Mirror. And strangely enough, the program Black Mirror that I'm showing you right now, I can't play it because I don't want to get hit with a copyright or have this video taken down because that's annoying. But these videos, these programs on this program Black Mirror literally show what happens when technology continues to advance. So this show basically shows everything that we've been talking about for a long time because they always show you what the plan is. It's amazing to me that this scrying mirror, magic mirror, mirror on the wall is the same thing that everybody is carrying in their pockets, everyone has in their homes, everyone works at their office, etc. The patents are extensive. Psychological effects have been observed in human subject in response to stimulation of the skin with weak electromagnetic fields that are pulsed with certain frequencies near half or 2.4 hertz. Half or 2.4 hertz is what we've all been swimming in forever. And now they're bumping it up to 5G. But let me stay on point here because I'm kind of losing it. But I want to set the stage for you so you understand when I show you what the military has said about this latest movie. Maybe it'll make more sense. Half a hertz or 2.4 hertz can be used to do so many things to a human, and now they're literally more than doubling the hertz with 5G. So there's that. If you want to read the rest of this, you want to know the rest of this, I'll leave links to the Television Will Kill You patent to prove it in the comment section. But check this out. This is from Stars and Stripes magazine, and there's a shooting threat at the Joker movie premiere that spurs a warning from the Army Criminal Investigation Command. So somebody makes a threat to shoot somebody at the premiere of this creepy show with another Phoenix. Remember River Phoenix? Remember all the people that played something to do with Batman and something unusual or bad happened to them? You catching on to that? So instead of hearing from our local authorities, the police officers, state police, DEA, FBI, we're hearing it straight from the military. Officials are not sure which theaters may be affected. Blah, blah, blah. Listen, the tame the entire picture. But they figured out that, if you make tame movies, you have a tame society.
Yeah.
If you make horrible movies with child porn in them and gang members and drugs and glorifying and treating women like objects, etc., that's exactly what your society is going to turn into. Television was invented as a weapon. Television wasn't for our enjoyment. And as a matter of fact, check this out. Back in the day, we're talking a long time ago, actors were considered basically carnies. They were people that couldn't be trusted, people that they could act. They could pretend to be something that they weren't. And just like sports, they started paying actors millions and millions of dollars, and then they started hyping them because They took over Hollywood. They took over the Federal Reserve. So having all the money in the world, seeing how you're printing it, it doesn't cost you anything. You just print more money and make jerks like us pay for it. And then owning Hollywood, where you completely and totally push the narrative 24/7 on the news, entertainment, sports, etc., etc., etc. They're not stupid. We are literally at the very top right now where something has to give. Let me show you something. Not only in this video did I show you all the patents and all the things that these guys have been working on for my entire life, 50 years. 50 years. I also showed you that the original assignee of the patent's name was Hendrikus Lou, or
Earth. I'm Alec Baldwin, TV star. You know, they say TV will rot your brain. That's absurd. TV only softens the brain like a ripe banana to take it all the way. We've created Hulu. Hulu beams TV directly to your portable computing devices, giving you more of the cerebral gelatinizing shows you want anytime, anywhere, for free.
I only act out because I want your love. God almighty!
Mushy mush. And the best is there's nothing you can do to stop it. I mean, what are you going to do, turn off your TV and your computer?
Exactly. It's right there in your face. Hendrikus Lou, or Hulu. You see what I'm saying? And in commercials like that, they completely tell you the truth. Let's look at another little weird thing. Not only back in the day were movie stars or actors considered ne'er-do-wells, scum of the earth, etc. They were people that couldn't be trusted. They were people that could literally pretend or act and be somebody else. In our society, all of that's been changed, and it's all been done by agenda. And what Alec Baldwin just said is, what are you going to do, turn off your television and your computer? He's right. He's right. Television, computer, or your phone, because it's on all of them all the time. Check this out. How many celebrities over the years have been built up and then completely ripped down? And all of them, all the biggest ones that have gone absolutely batshit, have an alter ego. Alter ego. Do you see what I'm saying? These people have been summoning other things, and once in a while, these other things take them over entirely. We've watched it happen live, and it's been caught on numerous occasions where Brittany hears a trigger word and turns into a British lady. It's crazy. It's crazy. But they show you the truth right in your face. They've been working on this for the longest time, and they've literally gotten people so hooked on technology that there's no turning back. There's no way. There's no way people are going to shut everything off.
What are you going to do, turn off your TV and your computer? Once your brains are reduced to a cottage cheese like mush, we'll scoop them out with a melon bowler and gobble them right on up. Oops. I think I'm drooling a little. Because we're aliens. And that's how we roll. An evil plot to destroy the world. Enjoy.
And it's funny, and people laugh at it, but again, this is the guy that invented this. This is the guy that knew about this. And Hulu, they called him Who. I showed you this. It's all in this paperwork right here. But the most terrifying thing, or the most concerning thing, is how when I did this video back in 2017, I also stumbled across this. The girl from True Stream Media sent me a thing of sigils one day. For whatever reason, I forget. Melissa sent me this. While she sent me this, I just so happened to be looking at a relay switch, an electrical relay switch. And when I was looking at the design, see, they usually have a black box on them, a black cover. I took it off. I was trying to fix this. I couldn't. It's too small. I mean, look how small it is. But I realized that when you look inside the electrical connection, it looks exactly like the diagram for an electrical connection looks exactly like demonic sigils. Do you see what I'm saying? And then the more I looked into it, the more I understood that that's exactly what it is. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood. We wrestle against powers and principalities. What's the first thing you do when you turn on any electrical device? You hit the power button. Well, look at the power button, and then look at the sigils. Every time you turn on any type of an electrical device, you're literally on a small scale summoning a demon. These people do it to advance their careers, It's right out in the open. It's no big deal. It's actually popular. It's things like this are trending. It's just no big deal. They don't care. But you should. These guys have been working on this forever, and we're literally seeing the end result. We're seeing people that are walking down the street. They don't care about anybody else. Everybody's moral compass is completely broken and askew, and it's all by design. This wasn't an accident. If you've never seen this video, you should watch this video. But this is an updated version, and links will be in the description. When you see things like this, and now the military's commenting, that's a problem. We're reaching critical mass. They make movies like this because this shows people another way. You know what I'm saying? You don't have money, people don't like you, go shoot people. That's exactly what these things do, and it does it on a deeper level than you could possibly even imagine. They've been working on this forever. And if somebody doesn't fall for the MK Ultra or whatever else it is, they'll simply send in us, a crisis actor to take care of the job, or simply do a drill and say it happened. Because that's where we're living right now. At any rate, links to all this crap will be in the description. The only way, because I can hear you, how do you protect yourself? The only way is the full armor of God. If you've got to use a computer like I've got to use a computer, use a computer. But before you do, you pray for the protection of God through Jesus Christ to wrap you in a shroud of protection. And throw away your television. There is no good reason in the world for you to claim you're awake and to own a television at the same time. I don't, you shouldn't either. At any rate, Richie from Boston, I'm out.
What you're about to hear with this woman is utter nonsense, but when you consider all her language and how she is a Kabbalist, a Jew in unbelief that hates Jesus Christ and hates Gentiles with a passion, and she knows about Noahide, everything she's saying about this lawsuit, keep in mind that she is hinting at Noahide and how they are building a case for your extermination if you're going to be here for
it. Anyway, people ask me, so I tell them, well, this is the time where you should be compiling a suit against yourself. The highest, most conscious, most aware parts of yourself must compile a lawsuit against the lower chakra stuff, stuff you've done that you shouldn't have done and that you feel bad about, that all probably came out of feeling shame in the first place, obsessive compulsive shameful stuff, so anyway, you got to compile a list of things that you remember doing this past year that fit into that. And that's really hard to do if you are a dissociative person or have a fragmented personality and such, to bring all the severed parts back together and join them up so that you can, remain completely conscious, or as conscious as you can, remain in your life. And it is very difficult, this one. It is a difficult mental illness. And it requires a lot of it requires introspection, a ton of it. And that's always horrible. Oh, it's always horrible when you are ashamed of something you've done, so you really try not to do too many things that you wouldn't be able to bear the shame of having done. And then, thankfully on Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, you get to figure out how to forgive yourself and everybody else, so that you can be forgiven and you can forgive that's a lot of different steps in consciousness, but those are good things, I think, to always be as aware as possible about the things you do wittingly and unwittingly, and try to keep tabs of them to live a sane and healthy life.